Good day, viewers. My name is Mr. Kevano Kirenius. Welcome to our fourth lesson for Life Science Grade 8. Today's lesson will be about people, food, and the environment. Today's learning objectives: learners should be able to outline how natural resources were used by our predecessors, who were mainly hunters and nomads, and discuss why they gradually became farmers. Recognize why it is important to consider sustainability when farming and the environmental problems which might occur if sustainability is not considered. Explain how the needs of the growing Namibian population will increase the use of natural resources and may lead to environmental problems. Before any type of farming began, about 10,000 years ago, people lived a nomadic lifestyle as hunter-gatherers. They primarily depended on wild food for sustainability. Nomads are people without fixed houses who moved from place to place in search for food and water and to find shelter for themselves and their animals. These nomads were hunters-gatherers who hunted wild animals and gathered wild plants for food. People's ability to control their food supply made it possible for them to stay in one place. Permanent settlements developed, so-called farming villages. These villages urbanized and became towns and cities. The only way to continue to provide food for the growing populations is to farm sustainably. This means that the resources that are used when producing food should be used in such a way that future generations will still have enough of these resources to use for themselves. So, what do you think will happen if we do not take care of our natural resources when we produce food? Do you think it will have a negative effect on the environment? If farmers do not plow, plant rests back into the soil. The soil will be bare, and bare soil is easily eroded by wind and water. Plant rests also serve as compost and will release their nutrients back into the soil. If farmers cultivate all the time, the soil will become infertile. Soil should be protected against erosion by wind and water, which can take away the fertile topsoil. If too many animals are kept, overgrazing will occur, leaving the soil bare. In an effort to produce more food, farmers sometimes forget about the environment. More people mean more food needs to be produced on the same piece of land. But if the water, soil, and plants are not used sustainably, future generations will not have these resources. Farmers keep more animals to produce more food, but in the process, overgrazing takes place. That takes a few years to fix again. The correct stocking rate is therefore important. Farmers want to produce more crops, so they use more fertilizers, which in the end may damage the crop and the soil. Using manure and compost does not harm the environment. Water is a scarce resource in Namibia, and saving water in any way while farming ensures the future generation will have enough water to use for food production. Let us have a look at what we have learned about people, food, and the environment today. Nomads, people without fixed houses. Hunters-gatherers, hunted wild animals and collected wild plants for food. Sustainable farming, using natural resources in such a way that there is still enough left for future generations. More people need more food. People destroy the environment by over-fertilizing, removing crop residue, wasting, and polluting water and overgrazing. Sustainable farming practices use manure and compost, practice no-tillage, intercropping, save water, correct stocking rate. Viewers, before I sign off, I would like to ask you a few questions to think about. 1. Describe how hunters-gatherers lived. 2. Explain what is meant by sustainable farming. 3. Name 3 ways how farmers can practice sustainable farming. That's it for today. Take care, everybody. Until we meet again.